Let's wait until you come back. For a civil. But tonight, don't call it a comeback.
Wagwan. It's your boy Big Truck, Conversation and Reviews. You already know. So, man, here we are. Tariq Nasheed takes a knee versus Charleston White, exposing them. What is it, FBAs? Okay, we're going to put this thing to rest. Shout out to my man Fat Joe for exposing truth. And we're going to dive into this thing. Because to me, it's all division. And let me just say this. I noticed that he's targeting the younger generation, this generation. Because a lot of our OGs, they ain't going for this bullshit. But a large number of those that are in this generation, once again, easy to manipulate and control, division. Grab your shoulder pads and your helmet, peep the shit out.
I want y'all to understand, sometimes dumbasses and haters can be your best promoters. They can be the best promoters for messages. You know? And sometimes when there's trolling, I want us to understand, sometimes you don't even legitimize trolling. When people are having troll arguments or bad faith arguments, don't even legitimize that shit. You don't even have to refer to that or respond to it in a serious manner.
Welcome to Louder, back with another reaction video. I want to share my thoughts on the recent videos by the Pan-African brothers Neferkare T. Dessalines and Afro think tank themed Tariq Nasheed is ducking Charleston White, and FBA is not a lineage but a Tariq Nasheed's fan club. For those unfamiliar, Neferkare T. Dessalines is not only a remarkable Pan-Africanist brother, but also a talented rapper who uses his music to deliver powerful messages. If you haven't already, check out his work. Please do so. It's inspiring and purposeful. Now on to today's topic. Let's start with the video by Neferkare T. Dessalines, titled Tariq Nasheed Ducking the Smoke from Charleston White. For context, Tariq Nasheed is a polarizing figure in the African diaspora conversation, particularly among African Americans and Haitians. His platform, built around the concept of FBA, Foundational Black Americans, has sparked debates about race, unity, and responsibility within the Black community.
And my thing is this here. How is it that you're talking all this gibberish, but yet you're married to a woman that's Jewish? You married to the one who's paying you. Let's make that clear. Don't get it twisted. I don't have no qualms with the Jewish community because I have some teammates that are Jewish, and those are my brothers. But I'm saying here, you talking all this shit, running your mouth. But look at you. All this division. We created this, we created that. To be honest with you, we ain't created shit. Our ancestors were the ones that created things. Okay? And a large number of Blacks, you can trace the lineage. It goes back to Africa. Whether you want to believe it or not, it's going to be what it's going to be. See, you're promoting division. Because someone like Farrakhan, you don't want that smoke. You really don't want that smoke. And Farrakhan needs to come have a conversation with you. Because all this is internet talk. Because I'm here on the West Coast, from Vegas to LA. I don't hear Black men talking this shit. The only ones I hear talking this shit are the ones on the internet. Let's go.
It's crucial to highlight the historical role of Haiti, IET, and Haitian Creole in shaping Black liberation globally. The Haitian Revolution, 1791 to 1804, was the first successful slave revolt in the Americas, leading to the establishment of Haiti as the first independent Black republic. It was a monumental event, inspiring enslaved people across the globe and serving as a beacon of hope. While many African Americans understandably emphasize their role in the civil rights movement, it's essential to acknowledge that without Haiti's revolutionary legacy, the fight for Black freedom might have unfolded very differently. Haiti's contribution is foundational, and its historical significance cannot be overstated. Tariq Nasheed rose to prominence initially as a filmmaker and self-proclaimed relationship expert, but later transitioned into an advocate for the FBA ideology. The movement claims to represent the interests of African Americans, particularly those descended from slavery in the U.S. While Tariq has undeniably galvanized a segment of the community, critics argue that he is more of a grifter than a genuine leader, exploiting historical grievances for personal gain. One major criticism is that FBA often fosters division rather than unity. For example, its rhetoric frequently pits African Americans against other groups in the diaspora, such as Africans and Caribbean people. This xenophobia undermines Pan-Africanism, a movement that has historically sought to unify people of African descent worldwide.
Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side.
Charleston White, a controversial figure in his own right, has openly called out Tariq Nasheed, accusing him of being a grifter and a hypocrite. White is known for his unfiltered commentary.
Yeah, and it's true, because Charleston White gonna go in. One thing you may not like Charleston White for a lot of things, but for the most part, on some topics, he hands you your head and he goes ham in. He does his research. Now, Tariq Nasheed, he's not a bad person. There's some things he does say that are good, make some good points. And there are some where he just goes off the freaking grid. When I watch Tariq Nasheed, I watch his facial micros. He knows what he's saying. He knows what he's doing. And look at his audience. He ain't no damn better than Shira 7, pandering to a certain crowd. You want to sit up here and throw shade on Fat Joe. Fat Joe cracked the egg on the hip-hop movement, exposing Tariq Nasheed. And then y'all sitting up there talking about y'all want to cancel Fat Joe. You can't cancel Fat Joe. He can't be canceled. And there's a large number of hip-hop artists from the Caribbean islands and Puerto Ricans that had their hand in the birth of hip-hop. Run tell that.
And while some may find his approach abrasive, others appreciate his willingness to address uncomfortable truths. In Neferkare T. Dessalines' video, he highlights how Tariq Nasheed has avoided direct confrontation with Charleston White. Unlike Nasheed, who often targets individuals he perceives as less formidable opponents, such as Joy Reid or Fat Joe, White presents a challenge Nasheed seems reluctant to face. White's criticisms go beyond name-calling. He points to tangible evidence of Nasheed's divisive tactics, such as his disparagement of Africans and his inability to present concrete solutions for the Black community. A recurring critique of the FBA movement is its inconsistency. While it claims to advocate for reparations and Black empowerment, its leadership often indulges in
all this social media rhetoric, because ain't nobody in real life caring about some FBA. They ain't caring about that. We got bigger fish to fry. Keeping culture together. Keeping Black men together, Black women together. You all about division. And that's why it prides me to say, who paying you? Well, we already know who paying you, because you're married to her. Like, we don't know. See, you can't have these type of conversations with Charleston White, and you damn sure can't have these conversations with Louis Farrakhan, because you know Farrakhan will expose you for who you really are, and you will lose a large number of your followers. But again, what you think somebody don't know, they already knew. You just been exposed in so many ways.
For example, FBA rhetoric frequently blames Africans and Caribbean people for African American struggles, ignoring the complexities of historical events like the transatlantic slave trade. Beyond online debates and inflammatory speeches, there's little evidence that FBA leaders are driving meaningful change. Reparations, a core tenet of their agenda, require deep geopolitical and legal expertise, which Nasheed and his allies lack. Many critics argue that FBA leaders, including Nasheed, prioritize personal financial gain over collective progress. For instance, Nasheed's ventures, such as his controversial Hidden History Museum, have faced accusations of mismanagement and grifting. In contrast to the divisive nature of FBA, Pan-Africanism offers a more inclusive approach. The movement, championed by figures like Kwame Nkrumah, Marcus Garvey, and W.E.B. Du Bois, emphasizes the unity of all people of African descent. Its goals include economic independence, cultural revival, and political collaboration to strengthen Africa and the diaspora. A strong Africa benefits all people of African descent. For example, Africa's vast natural resources, if harnessed effectively, could make it a global economic powerhouse. Nations like China have demonstrated how economic strength translates into global respect. A unified Africa could command similar influence. Restoring Africa's cultural identity would empower Black communities worldwide, challenging the stereotypes and prejudices perpetuated by colonialism.
Now, if y'all FBAs want to be on that bullshit, y'all can do that by yourselves. Go stay on your own damn island where y'all can get used and abused by each other. Y'all can be brainwashed by each other. While those that know the truth continue to live in peace, continue to grow. Okay? Continue to harvest, continue to plant, continue to water, continue to open doors of success that surrounds them, because they don't have to believe and be brainwashed with the FBA bullshit.
Africa would serve as a refuge and ally for Black communities facing oppression elsewhere, much like Israel functions for Jewish people. Tariq Nasheed's divisive tactics not only harm African unity, but also tarnish the credibility of genuine movements for Black empowerment. Aligning with far-right ideologies, as some critics have noted, only deepens the distrust between communities. Nasheed's selective confrontations, targeting individuals who pose no real threat while avoiding figures like Charleston White, further expose his lack of substance. Similarly, his allies, such as O'Shea Duke Jackson and Philip Scott, have drawn criticism for inconsistent messaging and opportunistic behavior. For instance, Scott, who runs a Pan-Africanist YouTube channel, has been accused of pandering to anti-African sentiments when it suits his agenda. The challenges facing the Black community are too significant for us to be divided by the likes of Tariq Nasheed. While his rhetoric may appeal to a specific audience, it offers no real solutions. Unity, not division, is the path forward. Charleston White's criticisms, while harsh, should serve as a wake-up call. We must reject grifters who exploit our struggles for personal gain and focus instead on building a future rooted in solidarity, respect, and progress.
And when it comes to, and I'll say this and I'll close, when it comes to Tariq Nasheed and speaking his FBA bullshit, Black men, Black women, like I always say, do your research. Do not listen to someone that's about division. When the individual starts speaking that division shit, there's an agenda behind it. Why? That should be your question. Why the division? What's really going on? Maybe y'all don't know. But if you really listen and you really follow, when we talk about hip hop, the true hip hop, what did Fat Joe really say that was wrong or out of pocket? Not a damn thing. You already know when you expose the truth, you get targeted. Okay? I mean, I got a lot of love for my Puerto Ricans. I got a lot of love for my islanders in my Caribbean. I got a lot of love for the old school hip hop, the pioneers, those that came before me, those that put it down and paved the way. Because a lot of those came from Caribbean, Islander, and Puerto Rican descent. Look it up. Even down to breakdancing. All the dance moves and the pop locking and all that came from Africa.
The stocks and bonds, artwork, shit that appreciates with value. What's the but? Cars, clothes, jewelry, all that other bullshit that don't mean shit after you buy it.
See, Tariq Nasheed, he know who to pander. He know who to target. Just like Shira 7. He's just another version of Shira 7. As far as knowing who to pander and knowing what type of crowd to hit. Because the old school heads, they're not falling for that shit.
The goal should always be to uplift all people of African descent, whether they are in the US, in the Caribbean, Africa, or elsewhere. Together, we can create a brighter future for the Black community.
The atrocities started even before the children of Africa were taken out of the continent. So we need to tie it in so we have a complete picture.
Okay, we're Akatas. Okay, we're normally we're Akatas, now we're the children of Africa now. See, this is why I don't like fake shit. Because we're the children of Africa. How come y'all don't invite us over and give us no damn land? This is them trying to ride on our reparations wave. No, see, before they got the children of Africa,
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Tell me why Black people treat each other the way they do. Run me that.
No, we don't. No, because y'all over there selling niggas. Now that we are making strides and we're on code with each other, big time. Now we all in this together, nigga. Let's tie it together.
How the hell you gonna talk about Blacks are on code with each other? Have you looked outside your window lately? Where's that at? If that's the case, you coming for Fat Joe and you coming for other Black men.
No. Y'all had a chance to do that a long time ago. Hell no. Some of y'all be still cool, but when it comes to us and our reparations claims and all that, no. Y'all ain't got nothing to do with that.
Look at this dumb motherfucker.
Now, since you want to talk about reparations and all that, where's it at? Are you holding out? Do you have the reparations, Tariq Nasheed, but ain't giving them up? Every other race got theirs. But like Kevin Trudeau once said, Blacks have always had reparations. You need to look deeper and look amongst you.
Nothing to do with that at all. Because they understand, if we can get it from this government here, we're going to start hitting up them governments over there for selling some of us. Some of y'all. And some of y'all need to cut them damn checks too when we get through with these white supremacists. We're going to be looking at you for some of that little paper. Yeah, you see, and not only did you sign a janky deal, the people that you sold out became the face of Black people globally. So now when you talk about Black people, it's us that people look to. No, wait a minute, I'm the real nigga from Africa. There's no African, they're not real Africans. And notice this dude, again, they're the main ones who sit up and tell us we ain't African. They're the main ones who do that. When they get among themselves, they're telling you, y'all ain't really African. I ain't never African. Now, when we say, okay, well, y'all hold your own nuts, we doing our own thing. Hey, African brother, we are African. We're from the motherland together. We the same niggas. Now we the same niggas because we're letting you hold your own nuts because you ain't got that spirit in you to fight white supremacy.
Shut the fuck up!
You're not fighting white supremacy. You're promoting division. Again, when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, a lot of our ancestors paved the way.
Victory lap.